Mic check 1 2. Mic check.
Welcome to the tip sale. We're going to start the preview at 6:15. So it's 6:11. So in 4 minutes, we're going to start with our consigners and run them through, let them talk about their pigs and start with the preview. So at 6:15, we're going to start our preview. All right, welcome to the tips. We're fixing to start our preview, but before we do, Josh Vincent is going to lead us in a word of prayer. So if you guys would, remove your cover real quick.
All right, if y'all would bow with me. Dear God, we do just thank you for this evening, and just thank you that we get to gather and just do what we love, dear God, what we're passionate about. Do just want to pray for this nation, dear God. Just help people just come back to you. And also want to pray for Ed Bradshaw, dear God, and just his family. One that is part of this cell, dear God, as he's down in Houston right now fighting cancer. Please do just heal him and be with him, and just get everybody home safe tonight, dear God. In Jesus' name, amen.
Before we get going, just let you guys know there's sandwiches, barbecue sandwiches outside for you guys to get. We're going to have these consigners run their entire set through, and so we'll go consigner by consigner all the way through. So if you have not already or need to, get in the back there and get you a bid sheet, a sales sheet, and get you a bidder number, and get all those things taken care of. The first consigner that we're going to run out tonight is BR Farms. They brought us a few of them to look at. These guys will talk through them and let you know their thoughts on them.
Thanks to the guys for having us out. This will be our third year here. Our lead-off's going to be that little chromed-up pig. The pigs we brought tonight are basically represented by 2 litters. He's a 9 litter. That'd be a white one, the blue Wintex spore that stands at Isaac Beeman's. Mom is a gangster rock star that came from Trogdon's. She's a littermate sister to a boar named Capone that used to be at High Point Genetics. The 10s, they're stay strap, tricked outs. That'd be the 2 calicos. These 2 pigs will be in the 3rd round. It's essentially a full sib mating to the barrow that Joshua Knight showed here last year and was reserve grand at County and went on to win his class and reserve a division at Houston. Moms are littermate sisters, and these pigs are by the same boar, stay strapped, also at Beeman's. So the chromed up one will be in the 1st round. 2 calicos be in the last round. The belted stay strapped, he'll be in the middle round. And then there should be a bigger blue white one that'll run in the 2nd round.
So again, we've got tags 35, 36, 37, 38, and then 39 is a gilt. No, we can reach wherever you want to be. You can do it from right here if you want. I can hand it down. Next is Knickel. Tony and his crew do an outstanding job. They've been in this sale for a long time and always bring us good ones. Tony will talk his set.
Once again, I want to thank Blair and Josh for allowing the opportunity to come here again. Tonight, I dropped a little gilt in here first. This little gilt here is a Counting Sheep, which is a wide awake son up there at Upper Hand, back on a Slap Happy Sandman. And I don't know if you guys know Tristan Gambrell up in Oklahoma, but I bought the first gilt that he ever offered out of that Sandman sow that has produced, last year she produced 8 cell makers in the state of Texas. So when you're looking at genetics and you want something to show and you want something to put back in your sow herd that has proven genetics on winning, might want to kind of pay attention to this one here. She's primed and ready to go to OYE. Houston, I believe, has gilt cells as well. So take a good look at this one here because the pedigree's there, and she's definitely bred well to excel in cells. You'll bring them other two? You can send her out. The next I'm going to be dropping in here 2 little boar pigs. One is a litter mate to her. It's going to be the off-belted black one here. Same kind of pedigree, same thing as her. He's going to be my leadoff tonight. I just believe in these genetics. And when you look at genetics and you look at winning and you look at stuff, when you have that kind of genetics going in these time and, day and time, it's kind of one of those things that when you really look at them and to grow and to produce, and for this dude to have the show ring appearance, that slick front, that big-legged show ring appeal, I believe he's going to do very well at all different types of shows throughout the year. The little boar pig here that's going to be the 11 litter. This one here goes back to a boar that originated from Rosebird. And I don't know if y'all know Rosebird or not, but he's up in Pennsylvania. And a lot of his stuff comes from Will Hilty. And probably everybody knows Will Hilty throughout the show circuit as well he's done. But it is a Glory Days on an in-game boar. I called him ugly. I had him at Carl Kent's there for a little while, getting him collected, using him on some sows. But he goes back to a Quite Frankly sow. And everyone knows how well that boar has done and the winners that he has produced. So I believe these 2 little boar pigs right here are primed and bred and ready to go for kids' projects and to do very well at shows. So thank you, guys. If you got any questions, come back and see me.
So these two in the ring, just to reiterate, tag 24 is going to be the leadoff bearer. Tag 25 will be in the next round. The gilt will be tag 26. She'll be in the third round. That's Knickel Show Pigs. He's in the back. You guys can look them up. Next, we got Lacey Livestock. Justin will talk his set.
Hey guys, Justin Lacey, Lacey Livestock. Thank you, Blair and Josh and everyone for having us back here at Tips. We always try to set back a special set for here. This place is near and dear. This is where we have our county show. Lots of great memories in here. We always try to bring some special ones. The one that Bella is showing here, that's tag 30. That's going to be our lead off. That is a widespread real talk. It also goes back to a Nothing Compares sow. We call her the Outlaw sow. Some of y'all fed out of that thing. That thing hits at our house almost every time. We love that bear quite a bit. I don't have a lot of things to say about him, but he's a pretty good pig. Gilt here was kind of a last minute kind of a thing for us. Didn't really plan on bringing a gilt. I know there's some Collin County, Cook County folks in here, and some other county folks needing some gilts for those things. That is one I didn't really want to part with, but we loaded her up anyway. That is a buckle up, my intention wedding night. Goes back to the old wedding night stuff. Lambert sent us a really nice wedding night sow years ago. When he kind of got out of the deal, that thing is hit. We've built our program around a lot of things out of the wedding night sow. That is a crossbred gilt, crossbred bear. Tags 30, they will be our lead off. Our fifth one will be through that gilt right there. I think she's 34, excuse me. Next, we have 3 Berkshire Bears, 3 Berkshire males. They're not litter. 2 of them are litter mates. They're all 3 of them are out of Chain Link. That's at Premium Blend. So the lead off is going to be the one that Bella's on here in the green. That's tag 31. That would be Chain Link on Monster. Chain Link on Special Effect. The sow that thing's out of. We bought a sow off Doug Albright. That was a repeat mating of Special Effect. So that will be Chain Link, Special Effect. That is that gilt's first. That's a gilt litter. That's been a real nice litter. Love the look of that thing. Love the extension. That is a purebred pig. I know he's got some white on him. That is a purebred pig. The other ones we've got Joe Bays here on this one here. That is tag 33. And I believe that one's, I don't know what the tag number is on that. Those are litter mates. Those would be off the chain on Monster. Brought 3 bears. We bought 1 last year, and we should have brought more Berkshires. We have a lot of demand for those. People have been trying to buy these at the house, so we just said, come to Tips, they'll be here. So here they are. The mother of the lot 32 and 33, she had a second place bear at Houston last year. Had a real nice Berkshire gilt to the McGuire family. Kind of campaigned and showed up there in Oklahoma for us. If you have any questions, come to the back and see us. We'd love to help you.
So again, his leadoff will be tag 30. 31 and 32 will be in the second round. 33 and 34 will be in the third round. That's Lacey Livestock. They're in the back as well. Next is Seco, the Bradshaw family. Steve, are you talking these?
This 33 litter Barra is out of the Brightside 82.5 bore, the tricked out son we bought from Blair and Carl. His mama was a major league gilt that was out of a Last Dance sow. She showed for a family in Valley View in 2025 at San Antonio. She stood fourth in the crossbred gilt show. We got her back, and this would be one of the first ones that we've sold out of this litter. I think he's probably the youngest pig we brought today, but we think he's got a pretty bright future as far as dark crossbred, but really nice bearer. They feed really good. Back out of that Last Dance mother. She's one of the winningest sows we got on the farm. Carson, the girl driving Hogs Far, she showed a bunch of winners out of that sow. Lots of breed champions and sale makers down the road at majors. So I think that's one that'll feed really good for you if you're looking for one to take on further down the road to like Houston and Austin. You can kick him out. So this pair of calicos we're pretty proud of. We got a calico gilt that my grandson showed that won a bunch of banners in jackpot shows, and we never took her to a major. We took her home and put her in the herd. She's out of a boar we call the Sun that was out of the fine that Blair and Carl bought from Josh Vincent. And then we bred that calico to Brightside 82.5, so these are tricked outs back on a gilt that goes back to the fine. I think the one she's on is going to be our leadoff hog in the sale. I think I don't know if he's the best hog we ever raised, but he's definitely the best calico pig that's ever come off our farm. I think he's pretty special. His litter mate's pretty good, just a little bit greener today, but they're both real heads-up, big-footed top hogs that I think can go and compete down the road. And, you know, I guess you'd have to show them as a dark cross if it's one of those no black shows, but some of them are 25% black is okay. You can be in the, I don't know that they got 25%, so they could probably be in the light crosses some too. But I think an outstanding pair out of one of our better females that I think you pick the one you like. They'll feed. They'll be good. But that tricked out son, that 82.5 boar has really turned our crossbred program around. And that's lot 41 and I believe 43. Next is lot 44 and 45. The Berkshire is out of Safety Chain, and we got the champion Burt Gilt from Floyd County out of Floydada. That family showed a Duroc that we had raised. It was champion Duroc, and they just gave us the Berkshire Gilt. She stood fourth at the Texas Elite, and they didn't have anywhere to go with her, so they gave her to us. We were going to keep this one for a boar prospect for Belton. We're building onto our chip barn. The entire litter's already sold. He's been held back, but then my sons decided until we get the add-on done, he don't have room for all my grandson's barras, so we're going to sell him. He is a Safety Chain, back on a jet black. I think he's really square, really good. He was a little sick last week, but he's gotten over it now, and he's starting to really come back. Top shape's starting to come back in him. I think he's pretty square and good-footed, and I think he classifies, which is pretty hard in the Berkshire deal. The dark cross gilt with the white feet, she's out of a sow we call Blue Money. She's probably one of the winningest sows on the farm. She's a King Cobra sow we got from the Hamilton firm in Colorado. That sow produces about a $10,000 litter every year. She'll lay down, have 14 or 15 pigs, and they average around 1,500 to 2,000 when we sell them. This one come out marked kind of cool. She has all different colors, but that's a tricked out Brightside 82.5 back on that King Cobra sow. I think she's a kind that could go wreak some havoc at some county stock shows. That's, yeah, 44 and 45. She is almost marked like a Burke, just almost. Y'all can let them out. Yeah, in Oklahoma, she'd probably win a Burke banner. This is a litter mate to the black one. This is probably one of my favorite gilts. As far as just one that you could go show and do well with, she does got a little blue speckle over her eye, so if she could be a Yorkshire, but it might take a little creative artwork there to cover that up. But I think she's the kind that can show and do good in the show ring, but she also go and lay down and have you 15 pigs every time. She goes back to that blue money sow. She's a big-footed, sound. That 82.5 bore has got enormous feet, and they puts them down really correct. But I think she's a pretty exceptional female that, you know, you can stick her with a kid at the ag farm, and he's going to have to work real hard to ruin that one because that one's pretty good. Anyway, if you have any questions, we'll be in the back. We're excited to be here. It's our first time. Appreciate all the guys letting us in the sale. Hope it's a great sale tonight. Good luck to everybody. Hope you find the one you're looking for.
Thank you, Steve. Again, that's tag 41, 42, 43, 44, and then make note on your sheet, 45 and 46 are both gilts. So if you guys need to update your sheet to represent gilts, please do so. Next is Vincent Farms.
All right, these are going to be previewed backwards of how they're going to sell. Got the two Burks in here, litter mates. They'll be the youngest and wildest ones that we brought. The bigger one is going to be tag 7 that China is on. The little guy is going to be tag 8 that Joe is on. They're going to be chain links on a top shelf. Goes back all the way to a monster deal is what they are. Skinny, green. I think they will feed. But chain linked, top shelf. All right, this one Jax has going to be tag 6. This will be our first one in round 3. This will also be the first one out of the 10 litters that'll be in here. They're going to be Deacons on a Before the Throne, Here I Am, French Kiss. That mother would be one that Dan Reed there at Reed Livestock raised. I seen her at Kerrville last year, and we bought her and thought Deacon worked perfect on her and was very excited to get the amount of boys out of that deal that we did that look like they do. Deacon would be out of a bred female from Brockman. He would be a Kingdom Man, My Intentions, Cruel Intentions. And that's what that one is, tag 6. He will go Hampshire. Keep walking. All right, one coming in the ring, still going to be mates. That's going to be tag 4 that Joe is on. Is that tag 4, Joe? It's hard to tell. China should be on tag 3, Joe on tag 4. Oh, China has tag 4. What do you have, Joe? 5. Okay. We were close. But yeah, Joe's on tag 5, China's on tag 4 there. A little bit different than their brothers. These things got a little more muscle than those do. Will feed a little differently, but I think end result still plenty good. All right, these will be our last 2 of that litter, the 10 litter, last 2 of the deacons. The one that China is on, the -1, is going to be tag 2. He'll lead off round 2 for us, and the one Caden is tag 3. So 1 is out in the middle going to the bathroom. Caden's got, or tag 2, Caden's got tag 3. All right, this is going to be lot number 1. This will be our lead off. It's going to be a tricked 4 Kingdom Man. His mother would be a litter mate to Deacon the Boar, the dad of those that were the 10 litters we just had in here. So tricked 4 on a Kingdom Man right there. That's an 8 litter, tag 1, lot 1. Thank y'all. We'll be out back. If you have any questions, we'd love to visit with you.
Again on Vincent's, tag 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8. Next is Fortner Show Pigs. They brought 3. They'll talk through those with you guys. Let them know your thoughts.
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to thank the Tips crew. I'd like to thank Gary out there for slaving, cooking pulled pork. We brought 3 pigs. We're going to lead off with this belted pig here in the middle of the ring. He would be an all-out war on a breaking rules sow. Stout, dense, burly. He's a little hollow-bodied right now, but he is very round-ribbed at home. And then we're going to follow up with this spot-top crossbred barrow here. He's an Adalis, which that's a boar that we have there at the house. He'd be a perfect stranger in game. Back on my favorite sow that was on the farm. And then the mother of that one would also be a different in-game sow, or in-game gilt, the first litter gilt there. And then the red barrow there that we're going to finish off the sale with is a Hinker 20-7, which would be he's a forward, back on all the ways ant. And the mother of that one would be a Bury My Bones. She would have been bronze at Arkansas 3 falls ago, and then she raised the champion at the Central District there for the Pullen family a couple years ago in Oklahoma. It's probably as nice of a red pig as we've ever offered up here at Tips. We've had the reserve Duroc barrow for the Lacey family one year, several cell makers at the county and then at Houston, so on. But I'm a big fan of this red pig. Thanks again for having us.
That's Fortner Show Pigs. In the first round, they're running tag 21. And then second round is 22. And third round is tag 23, which would be the Duroc. Next is ours with Par Livestock. We brought 2 this time. We're going to lead off with the Berkshire pig there. One that out of this sow, she was one that intrigued us a lot. She had kind of an immature look up front, and her feet and legs were extremely good. And she's good where Berks are not. And her front 1/3 is so extended and so right. We tied in on her, and then we got her bred to house arrest there at Purple Power. And he's a big centered, stout featured boar, and we think it clicked as far as making one that balances good, but yet having some structure and some stoutness to feature with some extension up front. If you study that guy off of either end, he's as square made as you need one to be. Still has some look, and running gear still good in him. So we like that one quite a bit. That was one that when we decided to go to Tips, we made sure that one was on the truck to go, because we think a lot of that one. Again, he'll be a house arrest special effect family jewels. House arrest special effect family jewels. He is tag 19 on your sheet. The other one we brought is this Chester Barra. Again, we found a Chester female that is kind of a blank canvas as far as the way that she's constructed. Every day that she was on feed, she got better. Her running gear just continued to get better, and was something that not even some of us that can mess up with a feed bucket can mess up. And so when we put her back in, we knew that any way that we bred her, we can go a number of different ways. We found Self-Aware, that boar that was at Wynn, Texas for a little bit, and I think he's since gone on to Drake Show Pigs. But that boar was a little stouter, and was one that we thought fit extremely well on that sow. He is square made. Some of these Chesters right now in the industry have had some problems in their front 1/3, and we think that one excels in that area. He's big ribbed, he's boxy made, but yet his feet and legs are still extremely good. So he will be Self-Aware Crown Prince Delta. He is tagged 20 on your sheets. He will be in round 2. So, again, a pair of them that we liked a whole lot to bring you. If you guys need to see them out or whatever afterwards, Jake will be back there to answer any of your questions. But, again, those are our 2 tags, 19 on the Burke and 20 on the Chester Barra. This Eli or Snickers? Eli? Okay. We're going to run these next 2 consigners together. It'll be Elliott Livestock and Snickers Family Farms. They've got their consignments together here. Eli Elliott will talk both of them for them.
Well, good evening, everybody, and obviously, as those have said before, thank you to Gary for whipping up some immaculate barbecue for dinner, and thanks to everybody for having us out and letting us consign pigs again this year. We're going to start with Snickers consignment, crossbred gilt. That one's going to be tag number 18, round 1. Man, you just pedigree-wise, this one's all in one. Rock star never before. You study this one's feet and legs. We're not real whip broke, but when you get a look like that and a build like that in one, that's just real safe and won't hurt you in any places. Like that pig pretty good. Our lone consignment's going to be tag number 40, boar pig. This guy's going to be on the list. Wham, French kiss. That on the list boar. Glenn Blunt raised that boar. Brockman buys from him in one of his sales. And then that wham gilt, the Duncan family showed her, won some things with her. Lewis family showed her, won some things with her. 2 Littermate brothers make sale there at Houston, and then one's, I believe, second at Austin there. Was real happy to get her gathered, get her bred, get something out of her. And you study this thing phenotypically. Just start at the ground there. This thing is functional and sound, but man, does that creature have large limbs. He has a big old skull laying in him, and his tail root reads like his legs are just going to keep getting bigger. You got to have hair, you got to have bone, but you still got to have muscle and be sound. I think we check all those boxes for sure. Like I said, not real whip broke, but if you're livestock minded and you know how to get one gathered, I think it'd be pretty easy to find that one. Definitely happy to be out here. If y'all have any questions, get with us in the back. Thank y'all.
So if you'll make note on your sell sheet, Snickers is tag 18. That one is a gilt. So if you're looking for gilts, mark that one down as a gilt. And then after that, tag 40 is Elliott. So in that set, tag 18, tag 40. Next is the Kents. Blair and his family have been a part of this sale and has made sure that this sale has gotten along for lots of years, and we're proud of the set that they bring every year. I think he'll tell you about some of the success that they had out of these pigs this last year that came out of this sale that went on and, to be honest, beat lots of us that were in this room that had an opportunity to buy them, and we didn't get it done. And so Blair will talk his set.
Thank you, Luke. We're getting into some pigs here that are July 21st born. I'm going to tell you up front, I had a bug come through last Friday or a few days ago. It almost wiped my set out, like scour-wise. I've got them back going, so some of them are still a little skinny, but I think you'll be proud of them if you buy them and take them home and let them sit for about a week. The pigs in this pen right here, the black hog here and the bigger one over there, they're out of Wild Time, the $475,000 boar that sold a few months ago, back on a Brightside 82.4, which was a tricked out son that we had. The Wild Time deal, I got very lucky on that deal. I went up there and got 4 doses of semen, brought it home, picked out my 4 best sows, and stuck 1 dose per sow, got 4 litters of pigs. So I'm kind of proud of that deal. These pigs are nice, they're big-legged, they're flexible, they look like they'll feed. That's what those 2 are. That's tag 9 and tag 14. That'll be my lead off, the bigger one, and then 14 will be in the 3rd round, I believe. The other pig over here is tag 15. That pig is an all-in-one, which is a Mark Gray boar that we have there at the house. He's a OMG, tricked out cruel. He's doing a nice job for us from what we've seen. The 9 litter, it was out of a calico sow that we had there. She had 10 pigs. She didn't milk them, so we spread them out across the farrowing house on about 5 different litters, and every time you look through the litters, you see one of the 9 litters pop up. So we think those pigs will feed out of that boar. But again, these are July 21st born, and you know, the pigs last year that we brought were the same age. Some of them went to Collin County. We had the reserve grant at Collin County, the champion and reserve cross there. So these pigs can work for those January shows all the way through March. So keep that in mind. Okay, the next set I've got in here, it's a pair of one crossbred and one spot. The spotted hog, he is an Insurrection, which is a boar up at Winning Circle Show Pigs in Oklahoma, Winter Circle. He would be a son of Titan. The mama on this deal would be a Unicorn. She's the same mother as a bearer we've got showing in West Texas right now that's been a multiple-time winner out there. That's a pig that we really do like. I will say he had a scrotal rupture. We had it fixed on September 3rd, so you will see a little puffiness there, but he should be good to go. We'll guarantee him. It's going down. The only reason it's still a little bit swollen is because his litter mate sisters were kind of nudging around on it. The little Hampshire hog here, honestly, was going to be my leadoff when I came out here, but that bug that we had kind of wiped some of these little smaller ones out. That is an OMG Click It. His mother would be a litter mate to a bearer that was 3rd at Houston last year. That would be a buckle up son back on a nomad deal. That little guy we think is really cool, and OMG's done a really nice job for us. Ironically, that's the boar I was trying to sell last week. I don't know if we will sell him because the pigs out of him are really good. We were just trying to make room for a few others, but that's a nice hog that we think will feed. He's a Hampshire marked hog, and he can probably feed all the way to March if you wanted him to. But the spot will be tag 10, and the little guy will be tag 11. Okay, the next set we've got here, the painted up pig will be tag 13. That is an all-in-one back on a short list. Short list was the $7,500 pig that we sold here a few years ago. That was a really good boar pig that we sold. That mama would be the grandmother of most of my sows right now. They're at the house. That pig will be a July 20th as well. The pig here is one that the bug Friday took made him have a big setback, but that's one we were really proud of. That's a wild time back on a blue duck, which was a never before. My leadoff pig here last year was a calico pig that the Thompson family showed at Houston. That's the same mama. That pig in the nursery was really cool. He's still really flexible, really neat looking. He just needs a little time on feed and get over that bug. And like I said, they've gotten over it. The heat today has kind of helped them more than anything. Getting away from the flies in my barn has helped them. So I think they'll be fine when you go home, but that's a pig we really like too. All right, this will be our last little group here. If you're looking for a Yorkshire, which would be the little one, or a light cross, this would be the two that we have here. They are out of a boar called Rooster, which I had to actually ask what that boar's pedigree was a while ago. I didn't care what it was when I saw the video of him. I just ordered semen. But I can tell you he is a Rising Sun, which was a tricked out breaking rules, and Not for Everyone, which was the next intention. So he's got a lot of good blood there. He's a boar that sits at Josh Crone's out in La Mesa, Texas. The mama on that deal would be a Brightside daughter, which would be a tricked out son. So that's kind of a lined up deal there. These pigs look like they're going to feed. They took the bug Friday a little hard, but they look like they're going to be nice hogs. We have a couple more there at the house. They just weren't ready for today, but these two, don't overlook them. When you get them back there in the pen, you get their head up and see kind of how they look. They're pretty nice hogs, but they're not show broke, so I'm sorry for that. But if you have any questions about my set, find me in the back. I'll be glad to answer them and show them in the pen to you.
Again, that's Kent. If you look through your tags, tag 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then in the third round, we got 14, 15, 16, and 17. Next is McGuire. Spencer's going to talk his set. Him and his wife do a lot for this sale. We're very appreciative of all that they do, and every year they bring us a good set as well.
Well, appreciate that in terms of me and my wife, but all the stuff on Facebook, she's definitely carrying the weight on that deal. The only thing I did was rake this ring down a little bit. But appreciate Josh and Blair for having us back out again. We got dropped in here in the ring here. This is a pair, Littermates blue pigs here that are they're lead-offs back on a Wham next contestant cricket sow that we got from Cody Dosh just up the road here. This show gilt, this is a first litter gilt here. She did an absolute killer job for us in terms of regards of what a show pig's supposed to do, you hope to do. Lay down, she had them, she raised them, and here you are, you're seeing the wean product. We're going to talk about the gilt first. She's our second round pig. That one right there is one that this is the first gilt we've brought to the sale. It's typically something that we keep. We don't necessarily offer a lot of gilts because we don't get a lot of gilt traffic at the house. And then we've very seldom we brought one out to a live sale. But this one we just thought we were very fortunate to have a few of these gilts, or however you want to look at that. But we thought we'd offer one here that we thought represents our program to a T in terms of having some of the extras, in terms of the extra shag and the look and all that, but still being one that we think can go on and make some as a sow, and then also have a very successful show career. Her little bear, the little littermate bear there to her boar pig, he's one that's we're awfully proud of, and like I said, I think in this light division with Texas opening up and all the Okies in here, this thing, we've been pretty fortunate there at OIE. We've been knocking on that door, that light deal several times on the gilt side and the bear side. So once again, these are lead-offs, Whams. If you need any good questions, we'll be back in the back there, but this is our blue pair here.
And once again, it is smoldering us hot. Feels like it's cooled off just a little bit. When we first started the preview, it was steamy. It feels like it's cooled off a little bit, don't it? Cool as it gets, all the windows are open.
This is it. This is it. Here, this is, I believe, is tag 27. This is our leadoff pig. This one right here is his pedigree is a real steel stinger back on Steel Force's sister. So just a pedigree enthusiast around here. Real Steel's a Mike Steel bred hog. And then on the bottom side of the grandma here is a Mike Steel bred hog, which would be the littermate to that Steel Force. This sow, the grandma on this deal has been one that's been working her way up pretty fast in a hurry around our place. Her first litter, she raised the 4th overall there at OIE. that bring in the gilt side that we sold went on to sell to Trace for $30,000 there. That gilt went on to raise her first litter of pigs. They sold just this last summer. They sold a $95,000 board there in the draft. So needless to say, this one right here is the heart and soul of our operation these days. We think that pedigree-wise, he fits. Fundamental-wise, he checks all the boxes, in my opinion, for what we want these show bears to look like today. We're very, very proud of this one. We like him a lot, and we brought him to the tip sale, and we hope that whoever winds up with him has a good, fun career, because I think this is as good as we can make. So appreciate you guys again for having us back out. Sorry y'all had to see me last, but here we are. Now let's get a sale started.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start about 7:15, 7:20ish. So about 15, 20-minute break. That way you guys can go get you a sandwich out there. Talk to those guys in the back at about 7:15. If you're online listening, 7:15, 7:20ish, guys.